You all know how helpful custom tactics were in FC 24. I went from 16 wins to 20-0 with the right formation. So how do we make you a better player in EFC 25? For cheap and fast, reliable FC 25 coins, check out MMOEXP. The link is down below, and use the code MATTHG for 5% off all of your orders. Welcome to my first meta tactic video of FC 25. I'm on an 8-win streak with these new tactics. They are seriously overpowered and they'll help you dominate Ultimate Team like never before. They're very fun, they're quite aggressive tactics, and they'll help you score more goals than you've currently got in your team. Especially ahead of the first weekend league, these are going to be really good starter tactics to help you in a very big way. So let's see what the team is. Now, this is the team I'm using with these new meta tactics, guys. We've got a really well-balanced team. I'm on full chemistry as well, and spent 0 FC points from my wallet on this team. So it feels even better than if I did. Really cool squad. You got Gravenberch there, Dallo. However, what are the tactics and the formation? As we all know, tactics in the new game are so much different to previous Ultimate Team. In FC 24, we had player instructions, the same for FIFA 23. However, we have something called FCIQ and also player roles. But how meta are these player roles and how important are the new tactics? Well, so these are my custom tactics in FC 25. I'm using non-stop every day right now. I'm playing about 7 to 8, maybe 9 hours a day right now, guys, to get better at this game and help you out improve Ultimate Team. And I want to share these tactics with you to apply to your squad. So the formation, which I never thought would be a formation I would use, is actually the 4-4-1-1 midfield formation. This is a really well-balanced formation, and you can see, even from the way that this team lays out, it's kind of a perfect formation. Reminds me using like a prime 4-2-3-1 formation back in FIFA 17, and it plays like it as well. You've got 2 centre midfielders. One of them can be a holding midfielder. You've got the central attacking midfielder, and you've got the 2 players on the left wing and the right wing. And in defense, this is a really nice team to defend with, which I know a lot of you guys, myself included, are struggling with a lot right now in terms of defending. Now then, let's show you guys what I'm going for in the custom tactics. Now, I did actually try 4-2-3-1 and the narrow and wide variant. However, for me, this formation, guys, the 4-4-1-1 midfield formation, has just been far superior this year, at least at this current gameplay of the season. Whether the EA patch the gameplay, we'll see. Things could change, but right now, this to me is the best formation in the game. Now then, we've got the 4-4-1-1 locked in. There's the formation. However, the meta for me right now, guys, in terms of build-up style, is actually a choice. I feel that we have a choice as to what the meta is within the build-up style. At first, I was trying short passing a lot, and it was working well, but the further I got in the divisions, as we can see in Division 5, now nearly Division 4, I started to realize that short passing, my players were not making the runs I really needed them to. So my players on the wing, like Hemp and Mead, I've also used Diaby, Coman, and Neymar, they just were not getting in behind enough. And that's why I feel like the ultimate meta right now is actually balanced. And in game, this gives you a choice as well. You can still play those nice short passes. 1-2s in this game, guys, really work well. But for me, balance, though, is the meta right now. I think we all jumped on the bandwagon at first saying short passing is the meta. Honestly, guys, from what I've experienced, balance is a better meta in Ultimate Team right now. Players will vary between forward runs and coming short. That's why I like it. They still come short, even if you haven't got short passing on. The team's transition to their in-possession shape will be steady rather than sudden. So it really does benefit if you guys are a patient player in FC 25. It will really help you a lot. So I will go balance. Now, defensive approach, this is a really important one. Now, I've been using 70 for really since the start of the game came out, right? I've used that a lot. However, what I've started to realize is that defending is difficult enough. We don't need to make this any more hard than it needs to be, right? So in my opinion, what can help you guys out a lot is this. Take it from 70 and go down to balance, and the max number on balance there, guys, at 60. 60 gives you that literal balance between still playing a pretty high defensive line and also the high defensive approach. So it really does give you that ultimate in the middle. Going with 60 in between 50 and 70 gives you the option to still have a defensive mindset. So I go with 60, guys. It's worked really well. When on 70, by the way, the amount of times my fullbacks would just get destroyed on the wing. They would not track back enough. However, since I've switched it to 60 on the defensive approach, they've really improved a lot at defending. Okay, so the tactical preset part is covered. Defensive approach 60, build-up style, balance, that's the meta, 4-4-1-1, water formation, and custom. So what do we do, though, with player roles? Now, player roles in Ultimate Team is a very important aspect of the game. However, I don't think everything relies on the player role specifically, because think about it, right? If you have a play style, for me, my example, I always like to have a pretty agile striker, someone like Griezmann, someone fast like Mbappe, a cheap icon who's agile, Ben Yedder in the past. I have always liked an agile striker. However, if that agile striker has got, for example, a target forward play style where they like to come back and hold the ball up, that wouldn't work for me. I'd rather have something like advanced forward where the player is actually positioning themselves high and central on the pitch, and that way I can play more to my style. And that's why player roles is so interesting in the new game, guys, because you might think automatically, let's go with these plus or, you know, the plus player role. Yes, that is great, you know, in terms of that specific player, but it might not cater to how you want to play. So for me, I've gone for advanced forward, guys. And by the way, these are without the ball tactics here of this formation. There's with ball and without ball. Now I've gone for focus, attack, and advanced forward. So you can see that there, guys, for my striker, they are the instructions for them, and the role is advanced forward. So still getting used to new tactics and formations and everything with that. But for me so far, advanced forward has been lovely. You can see there, though, it really helps out, guys, just looking at the heat map. That is how your player will play. False 9 will come back towards the cam position, and that just doesn't work for me. I want a striker to really get in behind. Poachers also work well, but for me, advanced forward, with how good the short passes are in this game, I think that's the most balanced meta tactic for your striker in this formation. Now, I've also gone for attack. You can go for complete if you want, but for me, by far the meta is attack. Otherwise, your striker will literally be on the wing and on both wings. As you can see there, guys, literally on both wings. You don't want that. So attack and advance forward for the striker. Now, the cam spot, I've gone with Erdegaard, and at first I was actually using balanced, but I seem to be scoring more goals with the roaming focus on my cam. So that really works well for him in terms of Erdegaard. Playmaker, I've gone for that there, guys, as he's literally the creative spark of this team. This is what will make this team tick, and he gets so many assists, by the way, to my striker in this role. Now, I have been trying half winger, shadow striker as well, but for me, guys, playmaker is the meta role for the cam spot. It has to be. Now, my left mid and right mid are actually on the same tactics. I've gone for inside forward there. This is by far my favorite player role for the left or right winger. Even if it's someone really quick like Traore, that player role gets me the most goals and assists compared to, for example, a wide midfielder. I find that just way too defensive. Inside forward goes towards the goal as well, and that's how I like to play. Now, again, if you guys don't like to play, you know, too close to the striker, then obviously, you know, this might not be the formation for you. However, for me, this formation has been unreal. It's the best start I've ever had to a new Ultimate Team ever, record-wise, and the tactics are a big reason as to why. So, inside forward, and I also go with balance. Now, the reason why I go for balance on my wingers is because the tactic I've got on my fullbacks, I find that these two players on the left side with Maatsen and Hemp, they both operate in this team very close together. So when Hemp is there with Maatsen on the left side, one of them always tracks back, more so Maatsen as a left back. So I don't really feel the need to bring Hemp back. If you're more defensive, obviously you can go for a different option there. But for me, balance at least is the more defensive option than attack. Otherwise, if I'm having it on attack, he will just not defend it as much as compared to balance. So balance is the more defensive option, guys. I would stick with balance. Now, the same tactic does apply for me for the inside forward role on the right mid spot. This again works really well there, and it keeps the team balanced. I wouldn't want, you know, too many different options here compared to the opposite side of the pitch. I want to keep my team very in unison, and this is what does that by having the same tactic on my right mid as my left mid. So mid is on inside forward, guys, and again we go for balance. Really does help in terms of defending, by the way. Although it does say minimal defensive support, these wingers do come back a lot, so they will help you in terms of defense. Now we move on to some of the most important players in this squad in terms of instructions and player roles. It's got to be the box-to-box role. Now I would have one centre mid as more of a box-to-box, get forward kind of midfielder. Think of this player as the Steven Gerrard of this squad, and think of your other player who's centre mid as the Makelele or N'Golo Kante kind of player. I think that, like in the last game, is the meta in this game right now, guys. If you are a more defensive player, I have tried it, you can literally do both on holding. That can also work, but for me, guys, what gives me the most balance has definitely been box to box, and then balanced as the focus for Bruno Fernandes there. Always choose a box to box here, guys, in this formation tactics, who's more of a box to box. For me, Gravenberch is much more of a holding midfielder in this game at this moment. Can play box to box, but he's got more physicality. I want him to hold. He can really make some good passes. So always go with one holding midfielder, guys, and a box-to-box midfielder on the opposite side. I've gone for holding on this play role for Gravenberch, and also defend. I don't want my holding midfielder to really get forward too much. That'll be Bruno Fernandes' job. Fernandes is passing. He makes some incredible passes, guys, in this squad. So he really works well. And he still tracks back. It's not like, he gets completely forward like a cam. He tracks back as well. Now, moving to the defense, the fullbacks are actually some of the most important player roles to decide for me so far in FC 25, guys. I really feel like the wing back spot, whether it be right back or left back, is vital to success. And in terms of the role, I've gone for wing back. Now, in terms of whether I am liking these new, tactics in the game, I feel like I prefer the level of detail. I really think there's more detail here. You can be a bit more specific in FC 25 compared to FC 24. However, would like even more options from EA, so it'd be cool if they actually did drop an update to give us even more options here. However, I've gone for wing back plus there on Matson. Now, I said this before, having the plus option on these player roles is great. It makes your player obviously play even better in that role. However, I haven't noticed when I haven't had any pluses on these players a massive drop off yet. I really haven't. And I've played about 50 games already. And while it's good, I don't think it's the most vital thing in the world. So I wouldn't put the biggest emphasis on the plus role or the plus role. I would actually play more to how you play in game, and also focus on the heat map. That's what I'm doing, guys. And it's really working well right now in Rivals and also FUT Draft. And hopefully we can league soon with these tactics. Anyway, I've gone for wingback plus there, guys. This player's versatility and stamina allows them to push upfield to support attacks before returning to their defensive position. That's why I like this, guys. Look at what attacking wingback does, and look how far they've got to come back to defend. That's why I really do like the wingback plus role for my left back and right back. Also balanced. They will drop back into defense when needed. Guys, I really think having your fullbacks, no matter who they are, if you've got Mendy, Hernandez, Diogo Dalot like I've got, make sure your defenders, your fullbacks are actually tracking back. I really advise against having attacking wing back, even with a plus role. I really would avoid it. False back, I feel like my left back and right backs drift too much into midfield. I mean, look how high they get up there on the heat map, guys. It's so prevalent in the center mid spot. I don't want that. So I've gone for wing back plus, guys, and balance. The exact same though for my right back. I like to have a very solid squad all around in terms of where they're playing on the heat map. And again, wing back plus and balance for my right back. Now, for the two center backs, really interestingly, you'll see why I've done this. So without the ball here, you guys can see this team and how it shapes, but look at how the team plays in attack with the ball. This is why I love this formation, because in attack, the players that I've got on the right side, they all track back still. Yet when we've got the ball, guys, they plow forward and still go for these mad goals. They've scored some crazy goals for me so far due to these tactics and the way that this formation can play in game. It's really fun. It becomes a bit more of a wide formation there. However, it's like a two at the back while with the ball. Even when it's been countered, because of the pace of my fullbacks, they can track back well. And having Gravenberch as a holding midfielder there, he becomes like a central centre back, but a bit higher than my centre backs there for Akanji and Diaz. And that's what I'm saying, guys, about having the stopper though. The stopper is a ball-winning centre back who will step forward from the defensive line to make tackles, intercept passes, and lead the press. I've also gone for stopper plus there on Diaz, who has 2 pluses, so he's amazing at doing the stopper role, guys. Now, you can go for ball-playing defender. You could also go for defender, which, defender is the most defensive option. But for me, guys, I really like stopper. I think that's the meta in this game. I've gone for stopper on both of my centre-backs. Now, goalkeeper have been trying the balanced option. However, sometimes I feel like they just come up too high, and I'm going to stick with defend there for my goalkeeper. I've got goalkeeper plus on him as well, You could go super keeper if you want to be really aggressive. However, I definitely would get a keeper there if you do that, who can actually pass the ball well. Someone like Edison is amazing at that. Allison as well. But for me, guys, goalkeeper and defend, you can't go wrong. So they are my custom tactics, guys, I'm using right now in FC 25. I really advise you using them as well at the start of Ultimate Team in the new game. They're really dominant. The shape of this squad is utterly unreal. And look how many players we can get forward, creating havoc with these tactics. It is so nice. Now, if you do want to use my custom tactics code, you can import my tactics into your squad, and comment down below if you're using them. Maybe tweet me as well, guys, and I can see what tactics you're using in terms of the team as well. I would love it, man. Feel free to use my code, guys. It's on the screen right now somewhere. It's probably in the middle of the screen. However, how does the team actually play in game? Let's get into the gameplay of these meta custom tactics. Yeah, big goal. That's why I love this formation, though. The movement of the players in attack is so crisp. Oh, that's how you do it. That's what I love, guys, again, with these tactics. They're just really, really fluid. Got him. Got it. Quick passes, guys. Got to do those quick passes. Lovely finish there from Sasic, by the way. Go. 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 Bang. There you go. Green time, man. Honestly, it's such an overpowered feature, guys, of this game again. It really, really is. There's a ball. There you go. Tactics overpowered, chat. Bang, what a finish. Bruno Fernandes, guys. Got him. There you go. Yeah, 6-3. Game over. Man, these tactics are fun. Have you seen that goal from Martin Odegaard? Oh, that was cooking there, guys. Gotta be. Yeah. Man, I love these tactics. Inside there, Dello. Go on. Here's a pass. Oh. Yes, it worked. Come on, bro. It's a really good pass there as well. Yes, let's go. That's why they just shoot forward so quickly. Hey, rage quit. Man, I'm loving these tactics overall. They're so just fast-paced. They're solid in defense, guys. And now we're getting near to Division 3. We're going to have amazing rivals rewards thanks to these very special tactics. Now, if you guys want to see the tactics again and also the code, I can show you now. They're really strong. So that is the team I've been using. I've updated it with, I think, Bruno and then Inform Gabriel. However, in terms of the actual tactics, guys, they are these ones. They're literally just called tactics. Now, with the left mid position, guys, with these tactics, it's been such a strong position. I've loved using Jota there. 4-4-1-1. I've gone there for 60 height as well. And as you guys can see there as well, I was showing you guys the code earlier. The code is also in the description down below. I'm now getting towards the big divisions as well, which is great. Leave a like for more of these tactic videos though, guys. Let me know what formation you're really liking, and I'll see you on the next big video.